Hello my friend, welcome to our channel, Gerard Massa, the Health Educator. On this channel, we do create awareness about fertility and reproductive health. Have you been asking yourself, what are ovarian cysts? What is endometritis? How can you get pregnant faster? How can you calculate your ovulation days? How can you tell that these are your danger days, these are your safe days? On this channel, Gerard Massa, the Health Educator, we do talk about all this. We answer all your questions and we actually give you free consultation. Let me know if you have any questions. Welcome for today's lesson, and if you are ready for today's lesson, I'm ready, and let the lesson begin. How early can a home pregnancy test detect pregnancy? And you are asking yourself, could this be pregnancy? Mu video yaffe ya leero tugenda kwogera ku banga ki mu bwangu ly'osobola okubanga olabiramu test yo ey'olubuto okulaga nti oli lubuto. Banga ki woba okoze ka test kana ak'olubuto ak'ewaka ng'okozesa strip. Banga ki ly'olina okubanga olindako okumanya nti kati kalaze oli lubuto oba toli lubuto. Gerard Massa, the Health Educator, is the name of the channel, and on this video we are discussing all this. So without further ado, the pregnancy test specifically looks for a hormone. A hormone is a chemical messenger in your body. So these chemical messengers play very many functions, but in this particular video, we are talking about pregnancy. So we are going to focus on the pregnancy hormones. So mu video yaffe tuligamba nti mu mubiri gw'omukyala mulimu hormones, ebyo ebirungo ebitera okubanga biretera omukyala okubanga afuna olubuto, ate ebirungo ebyo biyambako kinene nnyo okulaba nga omukyala afuna olubuto. So ebirungo ebyo tuyita hormones. So we are saying that these hormones specifically play a very important role, but the main hormone we are looking at is known as the human chorionic gonadotropin hormone. Human chorionic gonadotropin hormone, that is, it's also abbreviated as an HCG hormone. The pregnancy test specifically looks for this hormone in your blood or in your urine. So in this particular case, we are talking about a home pregnancy test. So we assume you did the test using the strips, the testing strips. So how early can a home pregnancy test detect pregnancy? We always advise that at least you wait for 10 days. If you believe or if you think that you could be pregnant, wait for at least 10 days and then do the home pregnancy test again. If you are still worried about the pregnancy, or you would like to confirm you're so anxious about testing for pregnancy, then we advise that at least you do actually wait for your periods. If you miss your periods, much as this could mean that you could be having something else, like maybe ovarian cysts, but to confirm that you could be pregnant, you wait until you miss your periods. If you do not see your periods, then at least you do the home pregnancy test. There we shall be able to know you have missed your periods, you should be pregnant. But if you are not pregnant, then we actually advise that you do what we call a pelvic ultrasound scan, which will give us more details. This is actually an imaging technique. It's a procedure whereby images or pictures or photos of your reproductive system are displayed on a computer screen or on a screen, on a monitor, and then your doctor, also known as the sonographer, the doctor for scan, will make a report indicating what they have found out. So how early can a home pregnancy test detect pregnancy? You wait for 10 days, or you wait until when you miss your periods. And then if you do the pregnancy, ovulation is the release of a mature egg known as a Graafian follicle on the 14th day of your menstrual cycle. This egg goes on and it gets fertilized. When it is fertilized, this very egg goes on and grows into a baby. Now, when this egg attaches itself onto your uterine wall or your womb, we call this an intrauterine pregnancy. If this fertilized egg remains in your tubes or your fallopian tubes, then it becomes what we call an ectopic pregnancy. If this egg is attached onto your uterine wall, it grows into a pregnancy. There will be a gestational sac or the sac of the baby. But if the embryo fails to go into the sac, then we call this a blighted ovum. Do you have any questions about fertility? Would you like to know about pregnancy? How you can get pregnant faster? Have you been asking yourself, why are you feeling that abdominal pain? Then you are in the right place. On this channel, we do create awareness about fertility and reproductive health. Gerard Massa, the health educator, are my names, are the names of the channel, and I welcome you for this lesson today. Remember to ask me all your questions down below in the comments, and I will answer all your questions definitely very fast. Ovarian cystic masses. In this video today, we are going to talk about ovarian cystic masses. Have you been asking yourself what we mean, what is meant by an ovarian cystic mass? In this video, we are going to answer this question, and by the end of this video, you will be able to know what is meant by an ovarian cystic mass. Mu video yaffe ya leero tugenda kwogera ku ekintu ekiyitibwa ovarian cystic mass. Ate tugenda kuba tukuvunulira kiki ennyini kyekitegeeza okuba nga omuntu oba omukyala alina ekintu kye bayita an ovarian cystic mass oba ekizimba. So we have said that an ovarian cystic mass specifically means that there's an issue with a woman's ovaries. The ovaries are those two structures which are adjacent, which are next to each other on your uterus, and specifically these two structures or the ovaries are responsible for the whole process of releasing or bringing about maturity of the eggs. And of course, at the end of it all, they are responsible for the release of a mature egg, also known as a Graafian follicle, which is released, and then when it has been released on the 13th or the 14th day, specifically it is fertilized through a process which is well documented. So we are saying that the ovaries specifically are responsible for the release of a mature egg. Now, if at all time reaches and you are not experiencing the whole process of ovulation, or alternatively, if at all you begin getting pains or sharp pains which are either on one side of your ovaries, then it means that there could be a problem. Tugambye nti amagi g'omukyala ebiseera ebisinga singa otandika okuba nga owulira obulumi, ate n'oba nga obulumi buno bulutandisa okuba nga bweyongera, then kiyinza okutegeeza nti wandibanga waliwo obuzibu. We are talking about ovarian cystic masses. We are talking about ovarian cystic masses. So we are proceeding and we are saying that ovaries specifically, they are responsible for the growth and maturation of eggs which go on and then get fertilized. But at the same time, if these ovaries get occupied or some structures come in and then begin occupying your ovaries, where the ovary is supposed to be, and then we begin getting swellings, then it means there is a problem. The swellings we are talking about could be masses, also known as ovarian cysts. A cyst is a fluid-filled structure. Any structure that or any swelling that is filled with fluid, then we call that an ovarian cystic mass. Now, there are many different types of ovarian cysts. We have the first type, which are known as functional cystic masses, and then we do also have those ones which are really full-blown cystic masses. How do we differentiate between a functional cystic mass and those which are really full-blown, which are not functional? A functional cystic mass specifically measures up to 30 millimeters. It measures from 0 up to 30 millimeters. That is roughly 0 up to 3 centimeters. Whereas those full-blown cystic masses specifically measure 30 millimeters and above. So we are talking about ovarian cystic masses. Tugambye nti ebizimba bisobola okubanga bya mirundi ebiri. Waliwo type esooka bye tuyita ovarian oba bituyita functional cystic masses, ate waliwo biri ebizimba ebitali functional nga byo byafukira ddala ebizimba. Era tugambye nti the only way to confirm that you could be having ovarian cysts is by doing what we call a pelvic ultrasound scan. If you do a pelvic ultrasound scan, you can actually confirm what is happening or what type of masses you have. Your sonographer or your doctor will be able to show you the images of these swellings and how big they are, and then they will make a report for you and your doctor will advise on the management. Thanks a lot for attending today's video lesson. If you have any questions about ovaries, about cysts, about fertility and women's health, how you can get pregnant faster, then please let me know down below in the comments of this video. You can also connect with me on my WhatsApp, +256 701 797876. May God bless us all and see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Ovulation is the release of a mature egg known as a Graafian follicle on the 14th day of your menstrual cycle. This egg goes on and it gets fertilized. When it is fertilized, this very egg goes on and grows into a baby. Now, when this egg attaches itself onto your uterine wall or your womb, we call this an intrauterine pregnancy. If this fertilized egg remains in your tubes or your fallopian tubes, then it becomes what we call an ectopic pregnancy. If this egg is attached onto your uterine wall, it grows into a pregnancy. There will be a gestational sac or the sac of the baby, but if the embryo fails to go into the sac, then we call this a blighted ovum. Do you have any questions about fertility? Would you like to know about pregnancy? How you can get pregnant faster? Have you been asking yourself, why are you feeling that abdominal pain? Then you are in the right place. On this channel, we do create awareness about fertility and reproductive health. Gerard Massa, the health educator, are my names, are the names of the channel, and I welcome you for this lesson today. Remember to ask me all your questions down below in the comments, and I will answer all your questions definitely very fast.